Hi, Angie. It's Tracy from the agency. I have good news. A job's come up. And it's a big one, just like you wanted. It's a long drive, southwest. Right in the middle of bloody nowhere. But it's just one elderly gentleman living on a farm. Early dementia symptoms, so it's all pretty standard. You'll need to do some light cooking, but nothing too crazy. You know the drill. His regular carer's off sick, and they need someone to keep an eye on the poor chap until she gets back. I'd go myself. It sounds like a lovely holiday in the country, but, you know, kids, and I'm stuck in the office, as always. But you'll love it there. I'm sure you will. Angie?
I can't. Something's come up. I'm sorry.
These last 2 months have been the best months of my life. Will you marry me?
A nurse falling in love with a patient? God, no.
Marrying a dying man. I never understood why she did it.
Japan? Are you kidding me? Of course I want to go. It's only like the best place on Earth.
I'm afraid the patient is not responding to the treatment.
We should start planning palliative care.
April. That's perfect. We're gonna see the cherry blossoms.
James really shouldn't be traveling in his current condition. I'm sorry, but I can't allow it.
It's all right. We'll go once I'm done with this fucking keeper.
Angie, I'm sorry. James was a great guy.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm I'm sorry for your loss.
That's a nasty cop, Angie. Should go have that looked at.
Are you okay? You look a bit pale.
Everyone felt sorry for her, but no one really said anything.
I have bad news, Mrs. Weather. Worst, I'm afraid. It's lung cancer. Late stages.
But didn't her husband die of cancer last year? Both of them? What are the odds?
Maybe if we found it sooner. But at this point, it's so far gone, there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry, Mrs. Weather. We cannot cure your cancer. You have about 6 months to live.
Fuck.
Tracy, I've changed my mind. I'll take that job.
That's great. I'll be honest. I thought people would fight each other over those few weeks in Devon, but guess what? Nobody wants to go. The clean country air, the double pay. I mean, what's not to like? But it's all right. I've got my best nurse on the job now. It's all good. I know things have been hard for you. I'm glad you've changed your mind. It'll be good for you to go out there and,
Tracy, this is probably my last job. I just need to save up some money and then I want to travel for a bit. Go to Japan. See the cherry blossoms.
Well, okay. You've not had a holiday abroad for years. By all means, go. But you'll be back, right?
I'll let you know when I get back home. Bye.
You must be Angie then. Come in, come in. Oh, you're a lifesaver. Dad's regular carer was in a car accident recently. Nothing life-threatening. But she's had some pins and screws put in her knee and it'll be months before she can get back to work. Now, I would have loved to take Dad with me to the city. I could have him close to where I work. I'd look after him myself. But he won't have it, the stubborn old fool that he is. Still, he's lived in this house his whole life. He was born just there in the other room. He might as well spend what time he has left here on the farm where he's happy, right?
Yes. It's a beautiful place indeed.
It is. I can appreciate it more now. But to be honest, for a young girl growing up here wasn't exactly exciting. Not everyone was born to be a farmer, right? You should meet Dad. Come with me. He's in the lounge. After you. Meet Angie, Dad. She's gonna look after you until Joyce gets back.
Hello, dear.
Hi.
Oh, sorry, that's from the office. I should take it. Hello? Hi, Sam. No, I shan't be long. I'm just showing the house to that new nurse. I'll be back before 5, 5:30 tops. Ugh, I know. He always does that. Yeah. See you soon. Ta-ta. Oh, I'm really strapped for time today, I'm afraid. I'll just explain everything quickly and leave you to it. I'll need you to cook for George. He prefers the good old classics, nothing too complicated. The truth is, he'd just eat sandwiches every day if he could. But don't let him do that. I'll leave you a list of his favourite meals. Anything that's there, just help yourself. Here's Dad's bedroom. He might occasionally need help with this or that, but on most days he still manages to dress on his own. And here's the bathroom he uses. Again, just watch him to make sure he doesn't slip on the tiles and break his hip or something. Dad likes to be called George. You can take him for a walk sometimes if the weather's okay, but he prefers to spend most of the day here watching TV. That means you'll have plenty of time left for yourself. There's lots of old books in the house if you ever get bored, and an old computer in the office. But I'm not sure if it works. And finally, my old bedroom. That's your space now, so make yourself at home. Just don't let the cats in. They get too cozy indoors and they never want to leave.
Hello?
I've left a little guidebook on the kitchen table for you. Make sure to check it every now and then, you know, when you get stumped. And please, keep a close eye on George. I know he seems fine most of the time, but he does have his moments.
I got Fanny over that wagon for a target.
I will, Jim. I'll try.
You damn well better.
My hand.
We'll make it. Together. Together we'll make it. Can't be too many of them. They've been on top of us over an hour, though.
Anything good on the telly?
Oh, yeah. It's one of those American films.
Ah, right.
Put that stuff on, will you? I got Fanny over that wagon for a target.
I will, Jim. I'll try.
You damn well better.
You hungry?
Well, I don't know. I suppose I could always do with a nice sandwich if you have one.
Well, if you're going, then get it. Because I don't want your kind hanging around here, or my woman.
Fancy a cup of tea?
I just had one, thank you.
Don't pay any mind, Ben. His feelings are hurt.
Would you like a blanket?
Well, that's very sweet of you, dear. No, thank you.
Thanks.
I'm quite warm.
Believe me, Norm. I've seen Indian signs for the last 3 days. You and Dave. better get
Wanna
down.
go for a walk?
Tell the army to chase him back
Oh,
across the border.
That's a bit windy, innit?
I suppose.
I think I'll give it a miss, if you don't mind.
I better get moving.
Yeah,
Why don't you wait
Sure.
till it's over then? When will I see you again?
this is all bloody awful, isn't it?
What do you mean, dear?
I don't even know. Don't listen to me, George. I'm just having a bad day. Let me know if you need anything, yeah?
Right, oh dear. Will do. Time for bed. Night-night, my dear.
Good night, George. Oh. Hello again, little one. I'm very curious about that key on your neck. What's it for? Would you mind if I borrowed it? Ah. Kitty? Don't leave me alone down here. Do we really want to play hide and seek? Come on, Kitty. Where are you? There you are. What's so interesting about this old cage? Where are you off to now? Were you friends with these rodents? Is that why you brought me here? Were you friends with... Is... Rest in peace, little guys. Two lovers sleeping forever in a shared grave. I wish I was this lucky. I'll probably just have worms with me in the coffin, munching on my carcass. And spiders. Horrible fucking spiders. God damn it. I'm really not ready for any of this. This shouldn't be happening. I don't want to die. I'm telling you this because you're a cat. And cats know about these things. Thank you, darling. I'm only afraid of dying because I haven't lived yet. I'm only afraid of dying because I haven't lived yet. I'm only afraid of dying because I haven't lived yet. Is this the end? I'm only afraid of him. Is this the end? I give myself to you. Hello?
Yes, hello. I know you're in a hurry, but please, I'm almost done here. I'll be with you as soon as I finish this last portion. You a smoker? Fancy a smoke while you wait? Go ahead, that ashtray's there for a reason.
You want me to smoke in a restaurant?
I really wouldn't go as far as calling it a restaurant, darling.
Actually, you know what? A cigarette sounds great. I will have one, if that's alright.
Job's done. Now, how may I help you?
Is there someone in your basement?
Yes, well spotted. It's Ruby, my girlfriend. She's always there.
She's, making some strange noises.
She just gets a bit agitated when she's hungry, that's all. But now that she's fed, it should stop soon. Well, for a couple of hours anyway.
She has quite an appetite for a girl.
I know. We're already on a third roll of meat today. Where does it all go?
So she just sits down there eating kebabs all day.
Yes, she does enjoy my doner kebab quite a bit. All my girls do. We have a strict feeding routine here that brings real results. That's what they sign up for, and that's what they get. No fooling around with bread or salad. Just a good old meat.
Are those chains? Is she chained to the wall?
Of course she is. Safety first. That's my motto.
You can't do that.
No, see, you don't understand. It's all mutually agreed. It's all good. She actually signed a form letting me do that. Wanna see?
Maybe later?
I know it looks a bit odd, but I've been doing this for a while, and trust me, the chains are necessary. Especially since the Destiny incident. Oh, Destiny. I'll never forgive myself for that.
Well, as long as she's okay down there.
She's more than okay. That basement is probably the safest place on Burnhouse Lane, if you ask me. That's why I don't go out so much anymore. But what do I know? Don't mind me. I'm just a guy who makes kebabs.
Burnhouse Lane. How did I end up here?
Judging by the smell, you crawled out of the sewer. No offense.
But I was in a house in the countryside. No cities around for miles. Just hills and fields. And then...
Listen, I don't want to be rude, but that's just none of my business. Occasionally people like you stop by this place. They always ask questions, try to understand. They say, "Where are we? Where's everyone else? Why me?" But I don't have any answers, and I'm not even interested in finding them. I'm just a kebab guy from Burnhouse Lane, and for $5.99, I'll make you a nice doner kebab. Do you want one?
I'll eat when I get home. What's your name?
Darling, I'm just an ordinary kebab guy. You really want the bother of remembering my name?
Yes.
Well, you can call me Omar, but I bet you won't even remember that tomorrow. Shit, you won't even remember that in 20 minutes.
And what if I do?
Then you get one large doner kebab on the house. But really, I just don't care.
You mentioned someone called Destiny. Who's that?
Destiny. She was the love of my life. Lived down in the basement, same as Ruby now. But Destiny... Oh, Destiny made my heart beat like a drum. You know, boom, tada-boom, tada-boom. So special. So beautiful. So big. She was able to eat twice the meat other girls could. But then one day...
Let me guess. She had a change of heart and went on a diet?
No. She got so big and strong that one day she just smashed the hatch, climbed the fuck out, and went for me like a raging bull. I believe her intention was to consume me, like a delicious morsel. So anyway, she surely would have torn me to pieces if I hadn't crawled in the freezer to hide from her. Then she left, and I've not seen her again.
It's kind of your own fault. It's all these kebabs. I'm not surprised she'd lost her mind.
You don't understand. She loved it. She begged me to feed her. But by the end, I wasn't able to satisfy her cravings for meat anymore. It was never enough, and she was always hungry.
What do you think will happen to her now?
She roams the park nearby. I hear screaming sometimes, late at night. That's her, feeding on some unlucky passers-by. My poor darling Destiny. There's not much of humanity left in her, if any at all.
So there are other people, like me, who found this place?
I see them sometimes, not very often. It's funny, but you all smell the same. No offense.
What do you mean? Smell of what?
Sickness.
Well, I'm not staying here. How do I get back?
You sure you want to go? I could put you up with Ruby. She won't mind.
That's very kind of you, but there's someone at home who I'm supposed to be watching right now, and he might get in trouble if I'm not back before dawn.
I see. Well, I won't stop you then. But hey, I just remembered something that might help you. Last week, I heard cats making noise over at the old clock museum.
And?
Cats know things we don't. They're the only ones who can slip in and out of Burnhouse Lane whenever they want.
Okay, I'll try the clock museum. How do I get there?
That's the problem, you see. You just can't get there anymore.
Why not?
Remember when I told you about Destiny? How she roams the park? Well, that's where the clock museum is. Right there on her feeding grounds.
What if I decided to go to the park? I went past it earlier. I'm pretty sure the gate was locked.
That gate's always locked, but there's a way in through the public toilets. They're right next to the park. You can take the toilet's key. There. Just bring it back later. I'll need it for the customers, and if you see Destiny, just run. She's strong, she's aggressive, but she's also clumsy. You can dodge her if you're swift enough, but if she grabs you...
I won't let her grab me.
Good. I'd be sad to see your pretty face turned into Lahmacun.
I guess it's time to meet my destiny.
Good luck in the parks.
Hello?
Who are you? Can you let me out? Charles locked me in here. He was going to get help, but he didn't make it. She got him. She fucking ate him like an animal. I saw it all through this hole. God fucking damn it.
Who are you?
What does it matter? I just don't want to be here anymore.
Who killed your friend?
This. We were in the park. It was pitch black. And then we heard those loud footsteps. And the gurgling. So we ran here. Charles was going to get help, but he never made it out. After that, I've just sat here waiting for someone to save me.
Where's the key?
Charles had it. I'm pretty sure he hid it in his chest pocket.
In that case, assuming Charles is the guy in the back room with his guts out, the key must be in his murderer's stomach, along with Charles's liver and kidneys.
No. Shit, no. You must get it back. I can't be here anymore.
But what can I do? You want me to wait for her to shit it out? Although, on my way here, I did hear some strange noises coming from the toilet stall. What if that was her?
I don't know. Just do something. Anything. Just kill her and rip the key out of her fucking stomach. I don't care.
Okay, I'll find a way. I'll be back soon. You hang in there.
I can't believe it. She ate Charles. She ate the fucking key.
Good luck in the park.
I can't believe...
This is it.
Holy shit! You did it, smoking girl!
Park's safe now, I guess. Just don't let it happen again. This whole feeding thing, it's insane. It has to stop.
Well, maybe I enjoy the insane. Try to be more open-minded, my friend. Who knows? We might end up living door to door one day.
There's a key in his stomach that I need to recover.
Yes, the key. I'll get it out for you.
How?
See this knife?
But wasn't Destiny the love of your life? And now you just want to gut her like a pig?
I'm totally over her.
Didn't you say that she broke your heart when she left?
Time heals all wounds. Except those gunshot wounds you put in her, obviously. Those aren't going to heal.
Ugh, shut up. Just get that key, will you?
Is this the key you were after?
Why? Did you find more than one key in there?
No, but I found a golden watch and I'm keeping it for myself.
I don't care. Just give me the key.
I'll see you again, smoking girl.
Bye, Omar.
You did remember it. I promised I'd give you something if you do, so here, something to remember me by.
Where are you?
Hello? Hi, my name's Beth and I'm calling from Hopedale Medical Clinic. Am I talking to Angie Weather?
Yes?
Okay, that's great. You came to us last week to run some tests. The results are in, and...
Are they okay?
Dr. Matthews asked if you could come in. He'll explain everything.
Wait, is something wrong? Am I ill?
We don't give out this kind of information over the phone, I'm afraid. Let's arrange a visit, shall we? Can you make it this afternoon?
Sorry, can you repeat? I can't hear you very well.
I said...
I want to help you. Draw an X on the door and come to me.
What?
I want to take a closer look.
Who is it? Wait a second.
I think you might actually have a chance. I have a good feeling about you.
It's your voice I heard on the phone, isn't it? Who are you?
As you can see, I'm a cat. I used to have a lovely warm home, but one day, Andrea got sick. She came to Burnhouse Lane. I followed her, and I stayed. Where else can I go?
Who's Andrea?
She was my friend, of course. A long time ago. We both died in that fire, but I simply refused to accept it.
Why am I here?
This is where the sick come to die. Where else would you be?
Are you sick too?
No. I shouldn't really be here. But cats never obey the rules. Instead, sometimes I try to help poor souls like you. Because I know how to cure your cancer. This rotten sickness, slowly killing you from the inside. I can give you a fresh start. If you're willing to work for it, of course.
There's no cure. There's nothing they can do.
But there is something you can do, Angie. The cure's inside you. You just need to reach in and find it. But it will not be given easily. You must prove something to me first. Prove it to yourself.
I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Of course. You're still in denial. You're hurting. That's to be expected. But hear me out, please. You must be aware of the dangers coming your way.
What are you talking about?
I'll give you 5 tasks. Complete them all, and you will live. First task is to bring an evil man here to Burnhouse Lane. You're going to meet him very soon. Don't let him lull you into a false sense of security, but make him follow you here instead. He won't come willingly, of course, so use the chalk you found to draw an X on the door. It'll take him straight to Burnhouse Lane if he walks through it. Here he will pay for his evil deeds. Go back now. A new day is coming.
But...
We'll meet again soon. But now, take the door. Go back. I believe old George will need your help.
George?
Morning, dear. Looking for Joyce. Joyce! I need to talk to her rather urgently. Is she around?
Sorry, but did you just let yourself in?
Well, I've been ringing the bell for quite some time. No one answered the door.
That should have been a good indication to you that either no one's home or someone's busy.
I am a man of God, and God needs no invitation. Besides, George knows me well, and so does Joyce. And speaking of Joyce, where is she? I have a little business to discuss with her.
Well, she's clearly not here, is she?
But she's always here, looking after old George. How else would he manage the way he is these days?
Oh, that Joyce, the caretaker.
Yes, that's the one. Where is she?
I'm sorry, but I don't know you. It's best that you get in touch with George's daughter, Sarah. She'll tell you all about it.
But why? Something happened? Listen. I'm Father Rob Collins, a long-time family friend and a pillar of this community, and I think I have a right to know.
Well, all I can say is that my name's Angie, and I'm an agency nurse covering for Joyce during her absence.
Oh, well that makes sense, but... How long will you be here for?
Just a few weeks.
Few weeks? What do I do? What do I... This is no good at all.
What did you want from Joyce?
It's... I'm afraid I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm sure you understand that what's said in the confessional stays in the confessional.
Oh, go on. I won't tell anyone.
Well, in that case, okay. I just wanted to buy some of those special herbs from her. She's been growing them underground in her secret place. She wouldn't show me where, only she knows.
Oh. Okay, I get it. You're looking to buy some pot.
Sorry, just felt a little dizzy. My head's all funny.
Take a deep breath, and you'll be fine.
What?
Trust me, I'm a nurse.
What were we talking about?
Morning, nurse. Morning, father.
What? Another one? Who are you and how did you get in?
That's just Kieran. Don't mind him. He lives on the farm and does the sheep. Quite literally, I've heard people say.
Don't listen to that fool, nurse. He just likes to bully people, he does.
Well, you're Welsh, right? And I've seen you around sheep.
I'm a bloody shepherd. Of course I'm around sheep. I look after them.
These poor creatures look absolutely terrified every time you get near them.
That's exactly what I thought last time I came to your Sunday Mass, father.
And when was that, Kieran? 10 years ago? 20?
Stop bickering, you two. I don't have time for this. I have to find George and see if he's alright.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was on my way to the sheep pen to feed my sheep, not do anything horrible, right? So I'm walking through the east yard towards the house. I'm not too happy, because it's absolutely pissing with rain out there, and I can already feel I have water in my boots. But then guess what I see? Poor old George is sitting right on top of the barn. I called out to him. I said, "Come on down, mate, you're gonna fall." But he just blanked me. So I thought I can't deal with this. Because, really, I'm just here to look after the sheep. Crazy old people are way above my pay grade.
Shit.
Isn't it your responsibility to keep an eye on George at all times, nurse?
Lead me to the barn, Kieran. I'll deal with this.
Let's all go. By the sound of it, this situation may call for some divine intervention.
Bloody rain.
And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. But it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock.
Up there.
Fuck. Sorry. But why would he go up there?
Why don't you tell us? You're the caretaker.
George! Come down, for goodness sake!
See? Nobody listens to you, mate. And neither does George.
He probably can't hear me from up there.
Father Rob, any ideas?
I wished the Almighty gave us angels' wings at times like this. But since he doesn't, I think I'll resort to the next best thing.
Which is?
I'll pray for his safety, dear.
Why don't you really climb up there and help George?
Well, I didn't want to risk my life because I couldn't give a flying fuck about George.
What? Were you saying something?
No.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
Are you any good at climbing, Kieran?
Oh no. I ain't going up there, nurse. I'm sorry. The planks are all rotten through. And those ladders? Well, they weren't built for a man of my stature.
Or your weight.
Can you just bugger off? I don't even eat much. I got a fat gene from my mother. That makes my agility a wee low. So what?
Oh, I've seen you step dancing at the village fest. No fat gene hindering you there.
Fine. Last thing we need is you getting stuck on the roof as well. Has George done this before?
I wouldn't know. I usually stay with the sheep. I swear, if you call me a bloody sheepshagger once more...
Well, I've not called you anything. But you know what they say, Kieran. There's no smoke without fire.
This is one tall barn.
It's very old, too. George told me that his father built it back in the 50s.
Great. That'll make climbing it even more exciting.
I wonder if you can see my church from up there.
Why don't you climb it and find out?
Well, I'm not that curious.
You're both useless. I'll get him.
Good. That's what Joyce would do.
Be careful up there. trying to kill me. Did you see that? This metal rod almost impaled me. It was this close.
I'll aim better next time.
Can you please give us a word of warning before you start dropping heavy objects from up there? I mean, it's a close one this time.
Mind your heads down there. It's about to rain potatoes. Nice view, hmm? You can see for miles from up here.
Aye.
Do you mind if I sit down with you?
You sure? You'll get a wet bum.
It doesn't matter. I'm soaked through already. Tell me a story, George.
You don't want to hear it?
Yes, I do. Tell me about your life here. What was it like?
Well, I've had a very good life on this farm, but it took me a while to realise that. When I was young, I wanted to go out there and see the America that I knew from the movies. See the Wild West for myself. But I never did. It used to be my father's farm, and when he passed away, he left it to me. He was an angry man, always shouted at people. Anyway, I was convinced I'd follow in his footsteps and live a mediocre life I never wanted. Until something happened. It was the 4th of September, 2 years after Dad had passed away. I was on my tractor, heading up the hill to mend the fence, when I heard a crash. I stopped suddenly. I got off, and I saw this bicycle, all crumpled up, sticking out right from under the tractor's front wheel. And I saw a lady's foot. I had no idea at the time that 6 months later, I would marry that foot, and its owner, and that it would be the love of my life. Penny was her name. She was a new vet in town, and the most gorgeous woman I'd ever laid eyes on. I picked her up in my arms, my heart racing, ready to rush her into hospital. But she just smiled and said, "Are you George Taylor? Or you have a sheep that's poorly?" Would you believe she was more concerned about the sheep than herself? Bless her. She really loved animals more than anything. Luckily, she wasn't nearly as damaged as her bicycle. Just a couple of scratches and a sprained ankle, which was quite extraordinary, considering she'd been hit by a bloody tractor. I waited for her, with a bouquet of flowers in my right hand, and a box of chocolates in my left, right outside the hospital. We both knew that this was meant to be. My lovely darling Penny. I tell you, she turned my life upside down. The farm that I despised so much finally became a home. All of a sudden I couldn't care less about Wild West and the cowboys. Penny opened a veterinary clinic here. Then Sarah was born and we started a family. Life was good. But good lives don't last forever. They're always followed by the dark times. There was an accident one day. We had a lot more horses here back then. There was this one bad stallion, Derek he was called, nasty old thing. He jumped and kicked Penny suddenly while she were giving it injections. And she just flew and hit her head on the wall. She didn't die straight away. I was in the hospital with her for 3 days, watching the life in her slowly drain away. She was only 42. That's too young to go. Too young. But hey, look at me rambling on. Oh, I didn't mean to bore you with my old man's stories. See you back at the house, dear. That's a nice cup of tea.
It'll warm you up, George. You'll be all right.
Of course he'll be all right. He's a tough bloke. He wrestled bears and punched wolves back in his days. Isn't that right, George? Oh, I don't know about the bears, Kieran.
Why are you here, Kieran?
What do you mean? I live here.
Not in this house, you don't.
But I've known George for a long time. We're all pals. He doesn't mind. You don't mind, do you, George? Oh, I don't mind, Kieran.
Where's Father Rob?
He said he was going to look around.
Yeah? I bet he's snooping again. You look like trouble, and so does your mate, the priest.
He ain't my mate. I hate him. But if we're gonna judge people by their looks, then you look to me like someone who likes to play with the razors, cutie face. Yes, I noticed those scars, and I know what they are.
Do you?
I may not look it, but I'm not stupid. Listen, I know you have your own shit to deal with, but that's fine. I don't care. Let's just be friends, for George's sake.
Fair enough. I'm not looking for enemies.
I tell you what, I'll cook dinner for everyone first, and then we'll shoot some bottles. How about that?
Oh, so you can cook too?
Hell yeah, I can. I make a smashing roast lamb with Brussels sprouts and mint sauce and all. George loves it, but there's no oven in my caravan, so I'd have to cook here.
I don't know, Kieran.
I think we could all use a proper meal after a morning like this. But I'm gonna need some cooking wine. I doubt there's any here. George has always been a sherry kind of guy. Someone say sherry? There's a bottle of red in my caravan. Could you get it for me, please?
Why can't you get it yourself?
A dinner like this is a lot of work. I'll never make it on time if I don't get started on the vegetables straight away. Plus, the old leg's hurting, like a son of a bitch. And you'll be walking that way anyway. Joyce always does, this time of day.
To do what?
To feed Richard some carrots.
Richard?
The horse. He lives in the box just outside the big barn.
Richard. That must be the worst horse name I've ever heard.
Well, I always say he should be called Vicious instead.
Why's that? Does he bite?
We have a love-hate relationship, me and Richard. Every time I pass by his box, he looks like he'd love to rip my head off and kick it like a football.
A horse playing football. Now that would be a sight to behold. Carrots, you say? You sure Richard's not a rabbit?
All horses love carrots. Don't you know that?
Yeah, sure. Of course I knew that.
You go in then, because I'm sure Richard's starving.
I'll go then. Anything else I should do while I'm there? Milk the cows? Harvest the crops?
No. Just get the wine and give Richard some carrots so he can love you forever.
Okay. But you better watch George while I'm gone.
I won't let him out of my sight, nurse.
What are you even doing here? Are you deaf? That man's gonna turn you into dinner. Run!
We're not eating Midge. There's lamb meat in the freezer, silly.
Oh, right. Then, I guess you can relax, Midge. Just don't look in the freezer.